Pathetic cheater. You should try to get good so you don't have to use cheats anymore. Sucks to suck that bad. Dr. Pooplove here, and I've been hesitant to post a video like this because I don't want to be a poop hater, when of course I am known to be a poop lover. But I think something needs to be said about this kind of big elephant in the room that is currently trampling on Naughty Dog's multiplayer fans' enjoyment of their multiplayer games. And I mean both multiplayer games. Of course, Factions is worse for now. Of course, I'm talking about the cheating that has gone on in Naughty Dog's multiplayers for years at this point, and Naughty Dog's inaction and lack of acknowledgement over these issues. And I think not all my thoughts are kind of fully collected here, so I might make a future more in-depth video that captures the full range of my thoughts and emotions. But I did want to share a portion of my take that I discussed in this week's live stream. So I'm going to play a clip from that, and then I'm going to circle back at the end for a few final thoughts. But let's get into it. Come on, Naughty Dog, you're like killing us over here. And Naughty Dog, like, this is what pisses me off. Naughty Dog just does nothing. They don't even say anything. Don't tell me you can't put a fake wall in Billstown and that's gonna take you too long. Do something. It's like maybe Factions 2 will be worth it, but like, look at what you're doing to your community. While we wait with no answers, you just turn people into more, like, people get more toxic. They like decide to start cheating. Like, you're not cultivating the best community for Factions 2 by just leaving your current community like out to dry like this. It's like I don't know, it's just, it doesn't make sense from any perspective, even a monetary one. Like, put an investment in the people that are going to come out the hardest for your next multiplayer game. At least some kind of statement saying why you can't do it. Even if it's like pure BS. It's bare minimum. It's like breeding people to just have these like sour feelings. And then they wonder why, like, people get, then they just have like this weird stance towards their multiplayer player base, and it's like you've kind of helped cultivate a weird kind of toxicity amongst your multiplayer player base by just ignoring them. Activision also never updates and moves on, but at least they do it every year. At least they're gonna, they're gonna have a new one every year. So it's like, okay, this one's full of glitches. Well, we'll move on to the next one. It's hard. I mean, I love Naughty Dog, but I mean, they're like the reason I play PlayStation. So a lot of respect for them, but they're doing this one wrong. Yeah, that's true.
Shit, that was close.
KS, like, it was an afterthought, so they're sort of like, well, what do you want us to do? We didn't like... But at the same time, they've decided that they're going to make a new multiplayer because, I think in large part, because of how hardcore this fan base is. Like, we're all still playing this game, right? But and so yeah, it's like, I guess they don't have to do anything, but I think the bare minimum is make an announcement. You're about to try to tell us all, like, give us all a good reason why we need to play your next multiplayer game.
Uniform down! I'm set. Watch your ass. That one. Keep 'em coming.
Oh my god. So again, I don't want to be a hater here, and I truly believe that Naughty Dog does care about their multiplayer fans. I mean, they're making a multiplayer game and hiring like crazy for it, expanding the scope, it seems, and they really don't have to do any of this. They could continue to keep making single player experiences and leave us completely behind. So I think there is a little bit of perspective that we do need to recognize and realize. But optics are important here, and I just think that this is not a good look at the moment, and that Naughty Dog kind of should try to face this head on in any way that they can, as little as just recognizing the problem and sympathizing with their fan base. That would go a long way, even if they do nothing and patch nothing. Just like some kind of element of like, we feel you guys, don't worry, you're gonna get something great, would be enough. But they need to publicly and clearly convey that. And of course, maybe this will all be forgotten when Factions 2 comes out, but I think this kind of starts Factions 2 off on a little bit of the wrong foot, where the player base doesn't fully trust that Naughty Dog is gonna deliver what I think they will deliver, which is a meaningful, longer lasting experience with longer term Naughty Dog support where they will actually patch glitches and exploits. And until we hear anything, we're kind of just stuck here in this situation where the most hardcore multiplayer fans are out there dealing with, frankly, a bunch of bullshit. And the bottom line is, I think that's just the wrong choice for Naughty Dog to kind of not recognize, not acknowledge, not try to do anything to extend some sort of olive branch and caring to this hardcore community that's still out here playing. Especially if they're intending for us to show up with tons of enthusiasm for Factions 2. That could help bolster this multiplayer and potentially give it a better chance of being a little bit more successful and having wider adoption. I love Naughty Dog, and I of course will still be playing Factions, but I just feel like sometimes you just gotta give a little tough love, which is what I'm doing here. Of course, I also think that elements of Naughty Dog's multiplayer community also deserve some tough love for being overly toxic, sometimes putting nasty comments in the replies to Naughty Dog and other people who, are just people. And of course, those who are making a personal choice to be cheaters. But that's for a future video. But anyways, let me know what you think about all this. And if you want to see a video I put together with a few tips about how to combat wall shooters, then why don't you check this video out? Otherwise, so long, Pooper Troopers.